At 68, Eleanor didn't have liver pain. The liver has no pain receptors. Instead, she had a foggy brain, stiff joints, and a stomach that bloated after every meal. Her doctor told her it was just aging, but Eleanor knew that waking up tired every single day wasn't normal. She started sipping one specific tea from a list of 7 ancient remedies. By day 3, the bloating vanished. By day 7, her energy levels reminded her of her 40s. Today, I will reveal the 7 teas that old doctors used to flush the liver, specifically ordered to strip away fat and toxins layer by layer. Warning: Number 1 is the only herb known to actually regenerate dead liver cells, but you must drink it at the right time. Let's begin. Number 7 is peppermint tea. We start here because before you can flush toxins, you must open the doors. Many people suffer from a stagnant liver simply because the pipes are tight. The liver produces bile, which is the golden liquid that carries toxins out of your body. This bile has to flow through tiny tubes called bile ducts to get to your intestines. If you are stressed or if you have inflammation, these ducts can spasm. They squeeze shut. It is like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. The bile backs up and the toxins stay trapped in the liver. This is where peppermint works its magic. It is not just a breath freshener. Peppermint contains a powerful compound called menthol. Menthol is a natural antispasmodic. When you drink warm peppermint tea, the menthol absorbs into your system and sends a signal to the smooth muscles of your bile ducts to relax. Imagine a clenched fist suddenly opening up. That is what happens inside you. The tension releases and the bile flows freely, carrying waste into the intestines to be removed. However, you must prepare it correctly to get this medicinal effect. If you just dip a tea bag in hot water for 10 seconds, you are drinking flavored water. You are not getting the medicine. You need to cover your cup while it steeps. Peppermint oils are volatile, meaning they evaporate into the air with the steam. If you can smell the peppermint filling the room, that is bad news. It means the medicine is in the air, not in your cup. Cover it with a saucer for 10 minutes. Keep the medicine in the water. There is one important caution here. If you suffer from severe acid reflux or GERD, peppermint might relax the valve between your stomach and esophagus too much, which could cause heartburn. If that is you, skip this one and focus on the next tea on our list. Peppermint opens the doors, which is a great start. But opening the doors is not enough if the room is filled with sticky, hardened fat that refuses to move. We need something to dissolve that fat. That brings us to number 6, green tea. This is the fat melter. The modern diet is full of invisible sugars and vegetable oils that turn into visceral fat. This fat does not just sit on your belly, it wraps around your liver cells. We call this fatty liver. When a liver cell is choked by fat, it cannot filter blood. It suffocates. Green tea is the antidote. It is packed with a specific type of antioxidant called catechins, specifically one known as EGCG. Think of EGCG as a solvent. When you scrub a greasy pan, water alone does nothing. You need soap to break the grease bonds. EGCG acts like that soap for your liver. It activates specific enzymes that force your body to burn liver fat for energy. It literally melts the blockage. But I see people ruining this tea every single day. They treat it like black tea. They boil water until it is screaming hot, and then they pour it directly over the delicate green leaves. This is a mistake. Boiling water burns the leaves. It destroys the catechins, so you lose the medicinal benefit, and it releases tannins that make the tea taste bitter and grassy. If you have tried green tea and hated the taste, you probably burned it. The secret is to let the water cool down for about 2 minutes after boiling, until it is around 175 degrees. Then pour it. Let it steep for 3 minutes. The taste will be mild, sweet, and grassy, not bitter. When you drink this properly, you might notice a feeling of lightness in your right side after a few weeks. That is the feeling of a heavy, fatty liver finally shedding its burden. Now, We have relaxed the ducts with peppermint, and we are melting the fat with green tea. But we have a logistical problem. If we melt the toxins, but your bowels are slow, those toxins will sit in your intestines and get reabsorbed back into your blood. We need a way to push them out quickly. This leads us to number 5, ginger tea. This is the engine. Let me tell you about George. George was a 68-year-old retired mechanic. He came to me complaining that food felt like a brick in his stomach. He would eat dinner at 6, and at 10 o'clock, he still felt full and uncomfortable. He was constipated, sluggish, and bloated. The problem was his motility. As we age, the rhythmic contractions of the stomach and intestines slow down. When food sits too long, it ferments. Bacteria grow, and most dangerously, the toxins your liver worked hard to dump into the gut get reabsorbed. It is a toxic cycle. George started drinking strong ginger tea every morning. Within 4 days, the brick sensation was gone. His bowels became regular. His energy returned because he was finally eliminating waste rather than recycling it. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogaols. These compounds stimulate what we call the migrating motor complex. This is the sweeping wave that moves through your intestines between meals. It pushes everything forward. It ensures that what the liver dumps out actually leaves your body. For the best results, do not use the tea bags with old, dusty powder inside. Go to the grocery store and buy a fresh ginger root. It is cheap and available everywhere. Slice off a piece about the size of your thumb. Smash it or slice it thin. Simmer it in hot water for 10 minutes. The heat you feel in your throat when you drink it, that is the medicine working. That heat increases blood flow to the digestive tract and wakes up the entire system. So, we have things moving, but there is a silent enemy that stops the liver from functioning even when the pipes are open. That enemy is inflammation. If your liver is inflamed, the cells are swollen and cannot do their job. We need to put out the fire. Number 4 is turmeric tea with black pepper. This is the firefighter. Liver inflammation is tricky because you cannot feel it. The liver has no pain receptors inside it. You could have a liver that is swollen and angry, and you would only feel vague fatigue. This inflammation is often caused by the toxins we encounter daily. Turmeric is the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory we have. The active compound, curcumin, shuts down the chemical pathways that trigger swelling. It allows the liver cells to cool down and focus on filtering blood rather than fighting for survival. Furthermore, turmeric stimulates the production of bile. It forces the liver to flush. But there is a catch, and it is a big one. Curcumin is very hard for your body to absorb. If you just mix turmeric powder in water and drink it, you will excrete about 90% of it. It never gets to your blood. You need 2 keys to unlock its power. The first key is black pepper. Just a pinch. Black pepper contains piperine, which blocks the liver from breaking down the curcumin too quickly. It boosts absorption by 2,000%. The second key is fat. Curcumin is fat-soluble. It needs a carrier. You must add a splash of coconut milk or a tiny bit of coconut oil or ghee to your tea. So, the recipe is hot water, half a teaspoon of good quality turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper, and a little healthy fat. Whisk it together. It creates a golden, soothing drink. I often get asked which brand of turmeric is best because sadly, many cheap brands are filled with lead or fillers. You need organic, tested turmeric. If you do not have a source you trust, I have included a link to a high-quality organic option in the description below that I trust for its purity. But any certified organic brand you can find locally will do the job. With the fire of inflammation put out, we can now move to the deep cleaning. We need to address the fluids trapped in the body. When the liver is struggling, the kidneys often struggle too, leading to puffy ankles and water retention. Number 3 is dandelion root tea. This is the flusher. Most people look at a dandelion and see a weed. They spray it with poison to get it off their perfect lawn. But in traditional medicine, the dandelion is royalty. It is important here to distinguish between the leaf and the root. Dandelion leaf is great for the kidneys. But for the liver, we want the root. Roasted dandelion root tea has a deep, earthy flavor, almost like coffee. It works by stimulating the flow of bile and acting as a gentle diuretic. But unlike pharmaceutical water pills that drain your body of potassium, dandelion is rich in potassium. It replaces what it takes. It washes the filters. I had a patient, a woman who always complained that her rings were tight in the morning and her socks left deep marks on her ankles. This is often a sign that the liver is congested and fluid is backing up. She swapped her morning second cup of coffee for roasted dandelion root tea. It took about 10 days. She came in smiling, holding up her hand. Her ring was loose. The fluid retention had resolved because her liver and kidneys were finally communicating and flushing properly. However, a serious warning. Do not go into your backyard and dig up dandelions if you or your neighbors use weed killer. The root absorbs everything in the soil. If there are pesticides in the dirt, you will be brewing pesticide tea. Only buy organic dandelion root tea or harvest it from wild areas you know are safe. We are getting close to the top. We have flushed the fluids, calmed the inflammation, and moved the bowels. But the blood that enters the liver is still carrying a heavy load. What if we could clean the blood before it even gets to the liver, lightening the workload? Number 2 is burdock root tea. This is the blood purifier. In the old medical texts, burdock was known as an alterative. That is an old word for a blood purifier. It works closely with the lymphatic system. Let me tell you about Susan. Susan was 65 and had developed eczema patches on her elbows and knees. Her skin looked gray and lifeless. In Chinese medicine and naturopathy, the skin is a mirror of the liver. If the liver is overwhelmed and cannot process all the toxins, the body tries to push them out through the skin. That is why you get rashes, itching, and brown spots. Susan started drinking burdock root tea. Burdock contains compounds that bind to heavy metals and toxins in the bloodstream, helping to escort them out through the urine. It is like a pre-filter for the liver. By cleaning the blood, the liver does not have to work as hard. It can catch up on its backlog. For Susan, the change was visible. After a month, the eczema faded. Her skin regained a healthy pink tone. The itching stopped. When you clean the blood, the skin heals. Burdock root is dense and woody. Like ginger, it is best prepared as a decoction. This means you cannot just pour hot water over it. You need to simmer the dried root in water for about 15 to 20 minutes to extract the deep medicinal compounds. It has a sweet, earthy taste that is very grounding. Now, we have arrived at the final tea, the most powerful tool in our arsenal. We have opened the ducts, melted the fat, moved the gut, reduced inflammation, flushed the fluids, and purified the blood. The system is clean. But what about the damage that has already been done? What about the years of wear and tear? Number 1 is milk thistle tea. This is the rebuilder. Milk thistle is unique in the entire plant kingdom. It contains a complex of bioflavonoids known as silymarin. Silymarin does something that almost no pharmaceutical drug can do. It protects the outer membrane of liver cells so that new toxins cannot get inside. It acts like a shield. But even more amazingly, it stimulates protein synthesis within the cells. This means it actually helps the liver regenerate. It helps repair the DNA inside the cells. If you have scarring or damage from years of poor diet or medication use, milk thistle is the primary herb used to support the reversal of that damage. Think of it as the construction crew that comes in after the cleaning crew is finished. They patch the holes, paint the walls, and make the structure new again. To get the most out of milk thistle tea, you are usually using the seeds. These seeds are hard. To release the silymarin, you need to crush the seeds before you steep them. If you buy tea bags, make sure they contain a high percentage of the seed extract. This is not a quick fix like peppermint. This is a long-term project. I usually tell my patients to think in 90-day cycles. It takes time to rebuild tissue, but the liver is the only organ in the human body that can completely regenerate itself if you give it the chance. Milk thistle is that chance. You now have the 7 keys to liver health. You do not need to drink all 7 every day. That would be overwhelming. My advice? Start with the one that resonated with you the most. If you feel bloated and cramped, start with peppermint. If you have been told you have a fatty liver, start with green tea. If you are constipated, start with ginger. If you ache all over, start with turmeric. Pick one. Drink it every day for 2 weeks. Watch how your body responds. The liver is resilient. It wants to heal. It just needs you to provide the right tools and get out of its way. Start today. Your body is waiting.